Welcome in, everybody. I love this jam. I love this jam. This is such a good jam. Holy shit. Like, holy shit. That's just such a good jam. Like, can we just appreciate this jam? Resolution, quality, swap character. Interesting. Oh, this is beautiful. Welcome in, chat. Today we're playing Jennifer Wilde, Unlikely Revolutionaries. A point-and-click mystery detective game. And I'm very excited about this. It's actually part of the mystery game week sale. So if you want to get it at 30% off, the link's in the chat right now. And yeah, let's hop right in. I'm gonna try to play this with controller first, and then with keyboard and mouse. It is a point and click, so I personally would just use keyboard and mouse, but for streaming it's always easier to use controller. That was way too quick. On a balmy spring. Yves, arrêtez, you must remain still. My leg is cramping, Jenny. Yves is as still as a statue, bravo V. Jenny, you promised us wine for posing. Nothing motivates true friends like a little liquid incitement. Entire little, ma chérie, I adore you, but I require more enticement. The pain fumes do make one thirsty. Press up, down. So what would it be if I... Let me search for another bottle to bribe. Let me search for another bottle bribe. Press return and hold to select. Let me search for another bottle bribe. I'm afraid the only spirits hiding in your quaint chambers are dead. Oh, that's given me a chill. Let us pray it is not the onset of sobriety. Perhaps it's the disapproval of your dear departed grandma. She's here? Alright, hold on. I need to go into the settings and see if I can find an option to make auto move through conversation. That is off. Enter key for pause. Currently escape. Off. Alright, single bubble dialogue. I wonder if we should do that off. Speech delay, text size. Alright, up, left, down, right, return, X, swap character. Don't think it like actually recognizes like in my my controller, but yeah, let's start as a new so we can actually get all of the dialogue. On a balmy spring evening in Paris and it just resets on the fucking... Oh my goodness. It literally resets on a new save. That's amazing. Yves, arrêtez. You must remain still. My leg is cramping, Jenny. Yet Vivienne is as still as a statue. Bravo, V. Jenny, you promised us wine for posing. Nothing motivates true friends like a little liquid enticement. A little. Ma chérie, I adore you, but I require more enticing. Now it also properly gets my controller. Let me search for another bottled bribe. I'm afraid the only spirits hiding in your quaint chambers are the dead. Oh, that's given me a chill. Let us pray it's not the onset of sobriety. Perhaps it's the disapproval of your dear departed grandma. She's here. You'd be better dressed if she was. Maybe she's enjoying the mise en scene. She's free to do as she likes now, unlike the leaving. Even a ghost would blush at Jennifer's hospitality. Any recent visitors? I've taken an interest in boys, but no one special. With higher standards than most can meet. Drawn to girls, but romance is fleeting. I have higher standards than most can meet, definitely. Huh. Wait, Jenny, are there any phantoms lurking about now? I hope it's not the ghastly neighbor from downstairs again. Who is it? Jennifer, it's Papa. Merde. My apologies for the unannounced visit. May I come in? Yves, where are your clothes? I can't recollect how you talked me out of them, Jenny. Silly V, it was your idea? Find the missing clothes. Let me retrace your steps from last night. Use left stick to walk, approach areas, and press A to interact. Alright, so it's 2D point and click. La Belle Paris, how did you bespell us last night? New clue editor book. Find a mystery comic panel. Press Y to open your sketchbook. This is where you keep your investigative sketches. Find and combine panels in the correct order to solve the mystery. Press A on the panel for more information. Come on, brain, cooperate. We were on the streets doing what? Interesting. Collected item. Robes. No time for zerstört. Can I interact with the door? We should dress first. Parisians are not that scandalous. Are they though? Are they not though? Come on, you reprobate. Concentrate. Where did you ditch your garb? Do you two have an aversion to clothing? I'm gonna do this. Come on, you reprobates. Concentrate. Where did you ditch your garb? I hope that was after we returned from the Pantheon cinema. We were at the Pantheon. Don't you remember? You were yelling out lines in different voices to match the action on the screen. The manager wasn't pleased. That's all you remember? It's a bit of a haze. What do you know so far? This is what I've deduced. No, we can't. We don't have that. You do have an aversion to clothing? Take that back. My pretties might hear you. If you weren't such a dreadful housekeeper, Jenny, this would be easier. If you weren't such an ardent naturalist, be more inclined to dress. You should hire a maid. You're not a savage. I'm at ease with my bestial nature. Alright, let's see. Can we go to left? There's wine, I think, on the ground that we can interact with. Ah, this there soldier might explain our forgetfulness. I can only remember propping up her highness. My amnesia might be a balm for my self-respect. Not a drop left. Glouton. New clue. Gotcha. You can combine incomplete panels. Press Y to open your sketchbook. Press A to drag We Were on the Streets panel onto the right page. Drag the wine bottle on top. So we can drag this onto here. And then we can drag the wine here. Aha! Drinking in the streets! My parents raised such a fine lady. We started the night at the Pantheon. Well, then we didn't start in the streets. We started at the Pantheon. Ah bon, we sang, drank, and I'm so close to remembering. Maybe your canvas will offer a clue. It's just boobas and penises. Let's see what evidence remains from last night. No time for painting while father waits outside. Ah yes, posing in his avant-garde art. I see. Oh, what is this? Ah, Blue Nude by Henri Matisse. Not the reference I need to right now. I'll find some new reference later, perhaps. Ah, the evidence of our adventures. Father would not approve. I should hide it for now. No time for painting. Press B to close easel. And new clues. Well, that's how it ends, I guess. Eureka! The case of the mislaid glad rags is solved. I deduce you find me behind the couch. Allez, get dressed. What a shame to hide my glory. It's getting cold. Interesting way to do the deductions here, because you need to basically guess the incomplete image to deduce what is missing. Papa, I wasn't expecting you. Also, we just got an achievement. Clearly, and who is your charming company? They are my dear friends from the Academy, Yves Maldorf and Vivien from Furstenburg. Yves, Vivien, may I present my father, Dr. Jean Chevalier? It's a pleasure to meet Jenny's her father. Please don't call me that. I did my part. That's all. I'm surprised. That's all. I'm surprised Jenny mentioned it. Don't look so surprised, Papa. I realize it's late. I hope I wasn't interrupting. We were debating the merits of Dadaism. I was reading those story time I stopped to we were debating the merits of Dadaism. And what were your conclusions? That copious amounts of wine enhance discussions of the absurd. Jennifer, are you free for a meal tomorrow? To dine at Maxime's? I'm not sure. Always available to dine at Maxime's? Based on the bills I receive, I thought you must dine there regularly. Suddenly I remember a previous engagement, and I recall I missed seeing my daughter at Christmas, and she deserves a treat. Noon at Maxime's will be acceptable. Papa, you must be exhausted after your trip. Why not return to your home and get some rest? I'll see you tomorrow. I think my French accent is on point this stream, honestly. It's so good. I'm so proud of myself. Lucky even in Yves, they can nurse their hangovers in peace at home. not easy to look this good when your head is splitting and Papa is such a stickler for punctuality. Ah, an accident. Zoot, the street's blocked and these rabbi-macking steps are blocking my way to Maxim's. I must find a way through. Allez. Hey, Mr. Officer, what is up? Mademoiselle, you must keep back until we interview all the witnesses and survey the scene. But if you move just a little from your post, I can slip through and get to Maxim's in time. Dear fellow officer, Your Tennessee is commendable, sir. Your Tennessee is commendable, sir? What ploy can I concoct to convince the gendarme to move? Sneak past the G. Yeah, he's a real G, a real gendarme. Can we just walk past him? And disappoint Papa? Can't leave before meeting him? I mean, that's the way to go, isn't it? Bonjour, mademoiselle. What a vision of loveliness in a miserable afternoon. You rival the prettiest actresses treading the board at the Theatre de Louvre, or even the divine Gloria Swanson. By your impertinent fluttering threadbare clothes, I take your nectar. If it is an attempt to flirt, I insist you try harder. I am already punished by your disdain. Perhaps I could convince you of my good character of a coffee later. That sounds intriguing. That's easily arranged. I'm welcome at the jolliest joints in the city. I'm playing the part of Sir Robert Sheltier in An Ideal Husband tonight. Meet me afterwards at the actor's door and I'll reveal parts of Paris you never knew existed. Plus it will drive my leading lady Mimi Saint-Etienne with wild jealousy. Take this flyer for the play. It has all the details and a fine illustration of me to tide you over until we next meet. Apply your persistence to your acting skills. Skip the flyer. Such cruelty from once so sublime, I shall mourn forever. He kind of looks like Chalmy from Slate. Pardon, may I squeeze past? Désolé, mademoiselle, but we are witnesses. The gendarmes won't let us leave. Is there another route to Maxim's? That establishment is overrated and overpriced, but if you're shallow without taste, then you must find another route or wait until the gendarmes release us. Merci, you're off. Excuse-moi, may I pass? I have a pressing engagement. We need to clear an accident, so you have to wait. What's your rush? I have an appointment with my doctor. It might be contagious. I'll retire to a cafe in the meantime. I have a lunch date with my father. Always say the truth. I'm sure he'll be waiting for the darling daughter. I'll retire to a cafe in the meantime. Because the lie with the contagiousness could like get us arrested and put in hospital. I'll retire to a cafe in the meantime. Please stand over with the crowd. We'll watch out for pickpockets. If you spot this man, please report him to policemen immediately. Oh, the poster could offer destruction to make my escape to Maxim's. Ugh, I'm famished. Papers and small objects can be stored in your journal. Pierre Dupont. Person is like quite fine out on like my own work at home. Interesting. Is that maybe him? Let's see. The lunch date will have just to forgive your tardiness. I have information you need to investigate immediately. Here. I'm positive I've seen this man. I've been keeping an eye on this mob and he's not among them. He's right, it doesn't mention anybody nearer. Wait, are we gonna take this flyer and take a flyer? And then we're gonna rip it apart and put it on the wanted sign. Oh, that's just the face I'm looking for. Wait, it is the same one though. The lunch. Noted, I'm not even a fan of the arts. But it does match him. Maybe him. An appointment with my doctor? No. Just the face I'm looking for. I mean, they look pretty samey. Can I like combine them here? Let's see. Maybe lie about the fellow officer wanting to speak with you. Your fellow officer wants to speak with you? I know, as I can't leave my post. My friends are unwell and waiting for me to bring the medicine. They have to hold on for a short while longer. Need to investigate immediately. But he's not in there. Can I talk to you? No. So what do I do here? We have the ropes. I can't exactly combine and they don't even have any options. I guess I'm gonna try the thing with the... maybe contagious? You look healthy enough, I'll take my chances. The poster... Wait, where did it say the poster could offer a distraction? Papa and Maxime's. Apartment, Maxime's Rue Royale. I see. Okay. Suppose I could until I make my mistakes. Ugh, I'm famished. Wait, unlike the one at home, what if we need to actually go back home? Go here to map. Go to back to home. We go to the easel. And then we do Pierre Dumont, and now the reference is this, the ideal husband, and now we paint. Not for a little fun. Ah. I finished painting. I must rendezvous with Papa. Okay, we didn't even depict him. To Maxime's. I see. Naruhodo, Naruhodo. But I know vital intelligence. Here. I'm positive I've seen this man. Sai, let me check. You're right. The rogue is in plain sight. Wait here. Enfin. Best not tardy. Papa will be fuming if I'm late. You got the achievement con artist, and I love that it's like artist, you know? No. The dead is my father? No, what? Jennifer Wilde, unlikely revolutionaries. But wait, we were going to the right, so how did the father... Wilde. Chevalier Jean. Witnesses saw your father falling into the street. Alas, the car could not properly swerve in time. My sincere condolences, mademoiselle. Your father died at the scene. Evidence suggests that he slipped and fell into traffic. But he was knocked so far into the street. He may have tried to roll out of the way. We're deeming it an accident and will inform the inquest of this fact. In the war, my father treated soldiers while avoiding snipers, gas attacks, and a mortar hit that left him with that limb. He tracked an unconscious friend through heavy shelling on the hospital despite that injury. Someone like that just doesn't just fall in front of a car. Mademoiselle Chevalier, I was in the war. I appreciate your father's courage, but accidents like this happen far too often. Does your father have any enemies, debts? None that I know of. His practice in deep flourished after the war. He was respected and admired. Sorry, we have no evidence to suggest that he was anything but a terrible accident. You must keep investigating. Without any new information, we do not have the resources available to continue on this matter. There is testimony from witness of foul play. I know the way out. I know the way out. You have my sincere condolences. Your father had a key on it for the hotel Dalsak. You may wish to collect his belongings in case the hotel removes them from the room. Come back and see me anytime, mademoiselle. This is a tragedy. We will I don't want to lie in these. I know you're a detective, you must lie sometimes, and stuff, but like I think that telling the truth will net you better benefits, in most cases at least. This is all that remains of Papa. It is unbearable. I must be brave among his effects. I might find something to illuminate what has transpired. Papa was such a wonderful correspondent. He wrote to me in boarding school every week, no matter what horrors he encountered in the trenches. Oh, she was in boarding school during the war. That's interesting. No, we don't want to leave yet. What's this? Oh ho. That's things. Looks like a letter written by Papa. Dearest Tipper, I'm enthusiastic to read you are coming to Paris. It's been such a long time since I heard your voice. I look forward to showing you the finest offering that my city holds. I think you will find Maxims a treat. The offerings will certainly be more palatable than the rations in La Bassée. What was it he often jested? My stomach would be in better shape if you had left the shrapnel in. It's a pity you went here to celebrate your birthday yesterday, but I hope the day brought some new memories. If you allow, I will treat you to a lavish dinner as a belated birthday treat. Talk soon, Dijon. Papa mentions the correspondent's birthday, the style in which the letter is written. They must have been close friends. This locket belongs to Papa. It has photos inside. Is that Papa? And his mother? I like the jazz. Is a ghost haunting us now? Oscar Fingal, oh, Flatters, Wilde. Oscar Wilde, poet, playwright, and critic, deceased. You're the wrong ghost. Go away. I see dead people, achievement god. My dear, you call and I appear? I did not ask for you. Whose likeness do you hold? What was Papa doing with a picture of you? You're Oscar Wilde, the Irish writer who was jailed for sleeping with men? They called it gross indecency, which is a grossly indecent description. You know my father? We met during my exile in Paris when he was a medical student. I admired his talent. As an artist, he appreciated my advice and company. I didn't know Papa drew. It was his life's ambition to become an artist. Now all his ambitions are ended. I miss him so. Why are you here? To assist you as far as long as you required. I'm gonna try to give him an Irish accent and her a Parish accent. It's gonna become a mess, but we'll see. Let's see, anything else noteworthy here? We don't even open the cupboards of SMH. We're so lazy detectives. My father's suitcase? This must contain useful information. Papa used birthday of his loved ones for combination. My birthday is May 3rd. May 3rd, so like 030. Oh, it's interesting that they put that. Wait, August, January, March, April, May. Alright, that's 5303. Question is which date did they use? Zoot, locked. It must hold some answers. I'll tackle you again later. Papa used. Right. Well, let's talk to Oscar Wilde, I guess. You must have encountered my father in the afterlife. Can't you ask him what happened? I have seen your father and he's reconciled with his fate, but there are some truths that the dead cannot impart. Did you know Tipper? And did you know Tipper? Jennifer, I died 2 decades ago. A man has many friends in his lifetime. I'm not acquainted with anyone else with such a ridiculous name as Tipper. Do you know how to open the suitcase? Your father always had paper upon him in case inspiration struck. I'm going to have a look around. It's time to leave this place. I'm going to have a look around. The war accident. Interesting. Here it's actually like being put in like before already. Like I don't need to actually put it in. Also interesting that I can also like not only that, but also like over here. use that to... Concentrate on the suitcase. Wait, the birthday of Tipper. The 5th of April. 5th of April. Alright, and now let's try 5. Ah. Nathan, it should be 0, right? Maybe it's like 4, 5, 3, 5. Actually, we need to switch these then if we follow the same format. Alright, what about 5 for... Guessing won't help. It's time to leave this place. I need to go further afield to investigate Papa's murder. Can you accompany me? You summoned me with your father's locket, so we are connected. I must attend you as long as you possess it. I'm not keeping you captive. Jenny, I will remain with you as long as you need me. Not by choice, not compulsion. To what shall we adventure? The witnesses may have seen something important. And the police file might offer a clue to elimination. Alright, so it's neither my birthday nor the birthday. Look into Papa's past. We definitely need the police first. Gendarmerie. So we can get the combination for the suitcase, because the suitcase might have something important. I love that Oscar is standing better. Bonjour, mademoiselle. We've concluded investigation. There's no evidence of foul play. That can't be correct. You must keep investigating. But everything points to a simple accident. We can't justify any further time on this matter. There is testimony from a witness of foul play. I can kind of move like this. Let's do it for a unique perspective, but plus ça change. Let me think a minute. I guess we can't get the police file until we get some evidence of stuff, TM stuff. Give me just a second, chat. This street possesses a strange quality. What a peculiar sensation. You've stirred your abilities by calling me forth. Now you fully apprehend the presence of spirits. Your father's locket was my locus. Similarly, ghosts can be tethered to physical artifacts that possess meaning for the departed. A revenant lurks here. What could possibly attach it to such a pedestrian place? My dear, his cadaver lays before you. Oh, I thought that was Dad. Ah, the one the witness the police couldn't consult, the victim. Wait, I thought that was also your dad. I'm so confused. The side of the street is closed. Have you identified the victim? What, waiting for family to confirm the identity of the body? But, Sob, I suspect this might be my brother. What was his name? I'm so sorry, mademoiselle, but we have a list of known relatives. I must ask you your name before we give out information. I'm so distraught. I'm so distraught. Calm yourself, mademoiselle. The gendarme's blocking path, but I'm sure the victim's ghost may know useful information. The same rules no longer apply to me. If only that were true when I was living. Allow me, Jennifer. I can speak with him. Press X to switch between Oscar and Jennifer. Oh, let's go. What a pleasant to experience life anew, even if in such an unfamiliar vessel. What a shame my sensibilities are affronted by a new generation of insults to fashion. Well, let's talk to ghosts. Greetings, fellow spirit. What happened? You were involved in an accident. Do not be alarmed if your memories of the event are hazy. However, any evidence, any... Oh, very sorry. Any details you can recollect would be most helpful in understanding what occurred. Did you see what happened? Alright, give me just a sec. Dill, huh? Alright. Did you see what happened? I can't focus. The image just fades away. Do you remember anything about your life? Do you remember anything about your life? I'm confused. Can you call your name? Yes. I'm Robert Dubois. Dubois? Like the actually watched the Simpsons episode yesterday about Dubois, which is like the name of the protagonist of a musical, but nothing else remains. I will return. Alright, so it's Dubois. Jennifer, the victim's name is Robert Dubois. The trauma of the event has left him confused and he remembers nothing else. Perhaps a visual prompt will jolt his memory. Show me his sketches. We must sleep past the gendarme to interrogate Robert's spirit, who could aid us so we can speak with Robert. I mean, you say that you're Dubois. The side of the street is closed. Okay, that's both wrong. But we already talked to you, you know? Well, let's see if we can sketch something. We must sleep past the gendarme to interrogate robot spirits. And find a unique perspective. What the fuck does that mean? I guess, like, go with the ghost, but go to the right side or something? Gendarme does suck. Maybe he was Tipper. I may know the second victim. That is certainly significant. Overheard the name at the scene. I have a cousin, Robert Dubois. Maybe the same person. For your family's sake, I hope this is not true. Let me check the list of relatives in the file. In this regard, you're no luck, as you are not listed as a relative. Robert Dubois is a common name, after all. Oh, and now he needs... I do offer you unique perspective, but plus ça change. But plus ça change. There's... What does plus ça change mean? Well, we know it's Robert Dubois. But like, so 2 people died that day. Interesting. Alright, so can you just tell me he's Robert Dubois? Talk to Captain about Papa's life. My apartment. I mean, we talked to the captain, but the captain didn't say anything anymore. There's testimony from witness of foul play. I don't know how I can present anything like this. I'm confused on what to do. Let's go to the hotel again. You know how to open the suitcase, maybe. Always had paper with him in case inspiration struck. Well, we have this April 6th. April 6th. So that's 645, but like. Like 05. But it also doesn't work. And we can't talk to the captain, so I'm... Like, that's one of the things, but like, you know... I'm kind of confused on how to proceed. You have Dubois robots now. Do you really need to look up a walkthrough? Oh my god. There's a guide you can buy for 174. Amazing. Wait, why shouldn't we just Oh my god, I have to press X. Ugh. Being a ghost does have its advantages, especially for the curious. Poor Robert, he survived only by a sister named Gabrielle Dubois, yet that may prove useful. Oh my fucking goodness. I didn't even... I know the way out. I didn't even see that in the guide. I just went back into the game and accidentally pressed X. Alright, I need to remember that. Unique perspective, yeah. Like, I knew it, I just didn't think about switching. Yes. I'm a sister. Gabrielle Dubois. Désolé, mademoiselle. I will give you some time alone with your brother to confirm the identity of the body. Robert, I need your help. Talk to us. Can you examine these sketches? Do they help you remember the accident? Yes, there was a car. My father spoke quietly, intensely, to a man with a foreign accent. As I walked past, your father knocked into me. I turned and tottered. I noticed he had been shoved by his companion. We were tangled and tumbled into the road. The car, it could not stop. Did you see the man who pushed my father? No, it was sudden. I must depart. I am called beyond. Bonne chance. He's gone. He's gone? We are fortunate he granted us any audience. I knew it had to be foul play. We must convince the captain to reopen the case. Aha, we can also switch with RB, LB, and stuff. Surely, with this new evidence, the captain must investigate further. I mean, how would we know, like, how would we convince him that we got the Zen for evidence from, like, what? This is starting information. We will have to investigate further. Your father was pushed. Tell me the name of your witness so I can take a statement. He ran off after speaking to me. Her hearsay is unreliable. We must question him directly. Require witness name and his direct testimony. Your hasty conversation with a stranger is not reliable. I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do. It is not expected, but disappointing nonetheless. But they don't possess your sensitivities, Jennifer. I have faith that you will learn more. Hold on, can we switch again? It is a photograph of your father. It must be recent. He is in the hotel room and the briefcase is open. Three is the end. Jonathan is not the only one who misses you. Oh. 3, huh? I brought information. You must look into this. Alright. 33 hotel does suck. So it's probably the name of Tipper, right? So it's 4533 or 5433. The captain is a fool. We could learn more of unknown. He does not know your father as you do. At least it allowed me the opportunity to examine the photograph in his case file. That image was taken at this location with the same valise. Yes, we must take another crack at the coat. The answers must be available if we consider the facts anew. 33 is probably the birth year of the lover. You would think this is like a gay affair, basically. Unlocked. It worked. Yep. The first 2 numbers were from Tipa's birthday. And the second part was obtained from the photo. He must have meant a lot to my father. What is inside? Enfin, answers wait. Jennifer! Oh no. Mama! Ma chérie, what an ordeal I've had. But I see you remain loyal to your father to the very end. I should not expect you to care for your bereaved mother's whereabouts. Your mother remains ever the performer. Mama, do you care about that to ensure no one interfered with Papa's property? And how did you know about this hotel? Your father always stayed in this... Your father always stayed on his sleep at some sentimental attachment. I died in this hotel. We do not have time to waste trifling through nonsense. We must focus on returning home and organizing an appropriate funeral to celebrate your father's achievements. This was part of his life too. This is not a sideshow. Enough, Jennifer. We have much to prepare. Do not argue. She craves respectability more than love. Mama swiped the suitcase. I will not let her outwit me. We must get it back. Wait, during her dramatic accident, an item fell out. Press B. Tipper. This is good. He always encouraged me to be an artist. He told me to never give up on my dreams. It's like I never do him at all. There was an entire life he kept from me. New clue. Added to book. So we can actually insert this to here. He served in the wars and doctor and saved the life of a man named Tipper. Alright, where do we get another? Captain, talk to that. I guess we go home, huh? We must secure the suitcase and Papa's funeral soon. To leave Paris and return home is hardly a fair swap. I need to pack and prepare for the ordeal. The funeral? staying with Mama. I need to throw some essentials into a suitcase. If only wit and fashion could pack so easily. There's a ghost in my apartment. Do you spy that apparition? Mon Dieu, I recognize that essence. It's my grandmama. This was her home, so draw us a spirit. However, to communicate with you, she will need a tether to anchor her temporarily. Papa confided in her about everything. During the war he visited when he was on leave from the front. If anyone has an insight to what happened, it will be her. Search for an object she prized highly. Let's see. Can we walk further left? No. More Mama. Well, we can't really leave. I mean, you can leave, but like... Country house. Ooh, we can already go to any... Oh. Don't know if I'm strong enough to go. Courage be Jenny, I will be by your side. Alright, we will go to the country house to get that, and then we have something to tether grandmama. Alright. Oh la la. It's a grave. That's a lot of ghosts. I know all of Mama's hiding spaces, so I'll find it easily. Is she burning fucking letters? Jean, I will protect your reputation for the sake of a daughter. Mother, stop! You're destroying his life. Me, you, we are his life, his distinguished career, his duty in the world. That's what I want to remember. You can't just destroy what doesn't fit into your perfect idea. You can do as you wish in Paris, but this is a small town, Jennifer. Fuck, she wants to raise his gayness. Just because he was gay. These papers and letters, I must save something. No, there's nothing in them you need to read. Mama, I know all about Papa. He can't have told you, he swore he wouldn't. We haven't confronted yet. He told me he loved me, and then later he got a separation, but I demand discretion. Mama, you've overbrought. You should go to her bed. Oh, luckily she to stay awake. I'm not leaving you with this perfidy. Retrieve Papa's papers. Mama, please. We have much more to discuss, Mama. You and Papa were happy for a time, I'm sure of it. Oh, the last funeral I attended was my grandmother's. Your grandmother's ridiculously hat-pinned. She willed it to me and asked what I wear on special occasions. Her tastes were always so gaudy. As you've often remarked, I have a penchant for the peculiar. Could I borrow it? Don't be flippant, Jennifer. You get that from your father. I will do as she requested. I understand duty. I remember Papa insisted that we play jazz at the reception. Oh yes, always listening to that caterwauling Sidney Bashet. You tire me out so, Jennifer. You and Papa were happy for a time, I'm sure of it. Jennifer, you insisted prattles putting me to sleep. Papa was valorous when his country needed him. Jennifer, you're wearing me out with your chatter. Amazing. Bedtime storyteller. How could you start sleeping from that? This is Grandma's favorite hairpin. A sentimental family heirloom could prove useful. Mama always disdained my mess style, but I will treasure it. New clue added to book. Alright, now we travel back to the map to our apartment and give that to the best thing about Dieppe is the regular train service to Paris. Hopefully in the intelligence we've got it here will put to good use. I hope we can return to here, because I thought we could return to here. Because I just wanted to quickly get this info, because I thought that this info would be useful there. That was even more disastrous than expected, but it is so just the guilt of leaving Mama. When deeply wounded, people are prone to lash out at those they love most. It was both my experience and my offense. You can't expect me to forgive her. After death, one cannot forget or seek forgiveness. That is our torture. Before death is where such power resides. Hey, Grandmama. Grandma, it's Jennifer. Can you help us? Whoop. Please, Meme, come back. I'm so alone. Oh, ma Fifi, you have drawn me through the veil. Meme, I'm so happy to see you. I've missed you so much, ma chère. Not to intrude, but we don't have much time. Meme, this is Oscar. We have met? Meme, I'm heartbroken. Papa is... I know, Jenny. In my state, such knowledge is shared. Do you know what happened to Papa? No, everything is known to me, but I will illuminate what I can. Merci, Meme. Oh, that's excellent. Do you know a man called Tipper? Yes, your father met Tipper O'Grady during the war. They became good friends. They continued to meet after the war. Your mama never cared for Tipper, so John became secretive about meeting him. This infuriated your mama when she found out. They quarreled terribly about it. I met him at dinner in Paris on a couple of occasions. He had a beautiful Irish brogue, and he was passionate about politics. I will discover what happened. You are my resolute detective, but sometimes you forget to take care of yourself. Enjoy your splendid life. I will, Meme. What a treasure you have given me to speak with you again. Few of the mysteries of the beyond rival this. Au revoir, mamie. Je t'aime. See, that was French for I love you. How me, sir? It's so hard how Papa has passed. Must make them proud. She has supplied us with valuable intelligence. Perhaps we can coax your mother to speak frankly on this matter. Give me just a second, Chad. Alright. Perhaps we can coax your mother to speak frankly on this matter. Oscar, never took you for an optimist. Death highlights the inconsequentials. Now observe all that is possible and wish it made manifest. Wait, isn't that like a line from him, actually? Oh, we could... If she's still sleeping, we could also give the stuff... Oh, she's not sleeping anymore. Sad. Mama, I really do know all about Papa's past. What do you think you know? So, you do know I tried to protect you. You were protecting yourself. You have no idea what I've endured. As usual, you take his side. You can read what remains, letters from the library, he called them. God only knows what Tipper and his brothers were writing in those papers. Oh, man. Everything's a mess on my floor. I do not have to explain myself to you. I'm going to bed. Can you rescue any of the papers? I'll do my damnest. But a crime so much is lost, only one page remains. It's written in a foreign language. Can you read this? I can read French, Latin, Greek, and rudimentary Italian. Bully for you. What about this? It's Irish Gaelic. My mother could comprehend that, but I cannot. At least the address is in English, and it's in London. I must find out more. I'm going back to old Blighty. My best friend from boarding school is a journalist in London. She put me up. Is this course of action wise? The good and the wise lead quiet lives, your repeater said. I did not take you for dull men, Mr. Wilde. Indeed, I wage war on mundanity with a vigor and exquisite fashion sense. In honor of my father, let us be extraordinary. London and adventure beckons. Helena, I've some good news and bad news. I'll be in London tomorrow. Can I stay with you? From Paris to London in one day, really? The bad news, Papa is dead. That's a weird hug, Oscar. That's a weird hug, gotta say. St. James Park, London. So you sneaked away from Mama and traveled here to discover the truth about Papa's death. Poor Jenny. Poor Jenny, her must have been a lonely journey. I had company. Surely, you're not going to disclose my presence. Another harebrained chevalier mistake, just like in school? You're looking peaky, Jenny? Hang on. Are you seeing ghosts again? She knows. I could never have survived that period without a confidante. Did it happen after your father died? Yes. That must have been so upsetting. It would have been if not for Oscar. Who? This is where the story gets intriguing. Tell me more. Is he here now? Yes, he's sitting on my left. Are you sure this is wise, Jennifer? Tell him the Profundis was incredibly moving, and I love an ideal husband. Your friend has excellent taste. I approve her. Wait, an ideal husband? Wasn't that an ideal husband. Wasn't that actually the thing with Dubois? No, okay, no, it wasn't. I was why did I? I heard of that before somehow. Your friend has excellent taste. I approve of her. Thank you, Helena. Your acceptance of my ability has always been a source of comfort. I could not have survived boarding school without you. You may have always been remarkably sensible about your strange gift, and your friendship sustained me too. Admit it, it made Latin classes more fun. I should have remembered our motto, acta non verba. Now you have a thrilling career in London. The chefs must be falling at your feet in droves. You were the one the boys always chased. The one who chased me were fools, and the one I longed for was Shast. Us career girls tend to scare away milk toasts. It's better for us in the long run. As your traps down memory lane, killers are loose on the street of London. Let us return our attention to my mystery, and we can catch up on old times later. This address on your letter, let me mark it on your map. Excellent, I shall go there immediately. It's a dangerous neighborhood, Jenny. Have a care. You're not invincible, you know. Your concern is noted. I will be cautious. You're a terrible liar. Adventure calls Helena Tweedlepeep. Amazing, I can only do the one thing. Alright, we're now in London. Whitechapel, oh god. That's like Jack the Ripper getting involved in here too. Love that Whitechapel was a thing for so long, still a thing, and Jack the Ripper is a thing he's most known for. Oh, Saint Mère, what a shambles! I fear there is worse to come. No, what a ghastly sight. Do you recognize him? No, thankfully. It's Tipper. Tipper? He must be mortally injured. I can see his shade materialize. You just killed him. Please help. What happened? I was shot. Who are you? I'm Jean's daughter, from Paris. I found your letter in Irish, but I can wait. Hold on, I will run it out and... No, it's too late. What a mess. What a waste. What can I do? The letter. Bring it to my associates, Liverpool Street Station. Now. Atharnia. Atharicus. I don't understand. I'm sorry, Jennifer. He's passing. They'll help you find... Help you find who? You're dead now, huh? Poor man. He's dead. He was terribly agitated about going to Liverpool Street, London. Can't just dash off and leaving a cooling corpse. Let me mark it on your map. I mean, you can, I guess. Pump, Tippers, and what? His ghost disappearing. Perhaps now he can explain. What is happening? My sympathies for your pain. I'm Jennifer Chevalier. Dr. Jean Chevalier was my father. I believe you knew him from the war. Yes, Jean, yes. A consul during that hellish nightmare. You and he were... It was hard to leave, but at other work, Jean understood duty. You became a librarian and kept in touch. I handle information library, yes, but not books. My memory is so muddled. Before you passed, you told me to go to Liverpool Street Station to meet your associates. Can they translate the letter? What letter? He died violently. It may cause confusion. Some things are so clear, like my mother's smile when I was 3, or John's laughter during a Sunday picnic. But a letter? I don't remember, librarian. Do I need a doctor? There was so much writing, so many slips of paper passed, so many codes and phrases, yet never time for the truth. Dying can be difficult, especially for the ill-prepared. He needs to assimilate its transition. So much to sort through, so much left undone and unsaid. There's no help now. We should leave, even if this reputable place shots will draw. Even in this disreputable place, shots will draw police and questions we can answer. Perhaps his associates will provide an insight to Tipper's past. That might also calm his agitated spirit and produce more lucid responses. We should hurry to the train station. We cannot risk losing the chance to speak to them. We'll proceed and trust our wits. They have not let us down so far. Rest assured, Tipper, we will return with clues to clear your confusion. Ooh, burned letter, huh? Alright, let's go to Liverpool Station. It's frightfully busy. How quickly the world moves now. At least if one is blinded by a hideous garment, you will be cured by the sight of a splendid alternative of moments. There are so many accents and no one seems conspicuous. You may need to play the breathless ingenue and approach some gentleman. Only as a last resort, I might find it hard to be rid of the sort who falls for that act. Hello, by chance, you're a friend of Tipo O'Grady? I know, shame, Mr. Grady, balding and bad-tempered. Git. That's not him, thank you. What a pity none can hear me but you. The world is bereft of my insights. Let's see. Sorry to interrupt, do you know Tipo O'Grady? No, but how about you and me get a drink? Oh, I think I see him now. Bye. Pardon me, aren't you a friend of Tipo O'Grady? What? Who told you that? I ate the Irish. Ah, my mistake. Amazing. These look suspicious. Nice walk, darling. You should see me dance, but I'm wondering, do you know Tipper Grady? No. Never heard of him. It wasn't him. Oh, just as a last resort, you're gonna speak to people? No, I'm just gonna speak to them. Oh my god, that is fancy. I say, have you met a Tipper Grady? Push off, girl, I'm interested. That is... Oh, she's a ghost. We need to locate an observant witness. What about her? She appears supportable. Pardon, madame, I'm somewhat lost. Eh! Ah, ça alors. Interesting. Did you see that? She caused the clocks to spin. Incredible, I didn't realize it was possible. But I've only been a revenant since you summoned me. You must have come gladly. I can hardly coerce you such an iconoclast. Perhaps it was due to her fury. I'm astonished no one else heard that wail. She has the emotional kick of a mule. This afterlife is far more complicated than I imagined. Sorry, miss, the train's packed. We've had delays and it's bedlam over there. But I merely wish to search for a friend on the platform. No one's allowed on platform 2 until the train moves off at 3:40. But I have my orders, miss. The freedom to go where one is less thrilling if not represented. Alright, we're gonna scare her with him and then it's gonna move again. Yeah. We're gonna move with Oscar Wilde and then she's gonna move again. Probably scared of ghosts. Good afternoon, my lady. May I introduce myself? Bugger off. Well, it seems good of manners also vanish upon death. Oh, Lady da, Mr. Fancy Pants. I never cared for niceties when I was living, and it don't matter damn when you're dead. Let us be straightforward then. I'm Oscar Wilde, returning to mentor young Jennifer, and I would appreciate your advice. She does remind me of my wee daughter Sarah. Well, then get on then. And you are... I used to be Miss Digby, now back when I was alive. Now I'm nothing, a wisp of the past. And unless it's too indelicate, how did you pass on? Last I remember seeing the tracks as my life choked away, no voice to cry for help. I'm terribly sorry, that must have been upsetting. Can't get away, I'm stuck seeing people laugh and kiss and wave as they get on with their life. Sometimes I get so mad. So you were surprised when Jennifer spoke to you? Now and then I spot a spook, but we're not chatty, not like you. But breathers don't see us, well, never before. Have you heard the name Tipper O'Grady around the station? Never heard of him. It was a pleasure to meet you, Miss Dixby. I must return to my friend. It ain't natural, a ghost knocking about without a breather. Let her be. And perhaps you should search for a way to move on to a new adventure. Don't tell me how to unlive. Shove off. Good afternoon. Harm don't matter when you're dead, idiot. Amazing. Don't tell me how to unlive. No luck. How did you get on? I met a charming Miss Digby. She's quite a conversationalist. She expired on the platform and appears anchored to this place. It's ironic. We're at a train station, but couldn't go nowhere. You need a fresh perspective. I can hardly discuss this with just anyone. Your friend Helen is a reporter, correct? No doubt she has useful connections. Oscar, you genius? Certified, my dear. Wonder if I can shock this myself. This dash clock refuses my will. How did she move the clocks? Well, ghost woman. Papa. Well, let's go back to St. James Park and talk to my reporter, who's definitely there because she's not a busy woman. Reporter's never a busy woman, right? I can't believe you sneaked out after I warned you not to investigate on your own. You could have been heard. Salut. I hope you continue to trust me. Tipper is dead. My God, did you witness it? No, but his ghost told me to go to Liverpool Street Station. What did you discover? Very little. We could not find his contacts. I did meet another ghost, and she did an extraordinary thing. She was able to move an object. That's incredible. I would love to discuss this with my Theosophical Society group. I didn't know you were a member. Our escapades in school inspired me to investigate the field. Oscar hypothesized that with a sufficient emotional charge, a ghost could affect the environment. That makes sense. Poltergeist activity is a well-documented phenomenon. Have you learned more about the ghost? I found this clue. Oscar spoke to the ghost. She was discovered on the tracks. Poor woman. Not Mabel Digby. I followed the story about her death for the Times. Was it an accident? The inquest ruled it death by misadventure, but I've long suspected it was foul play. What a marvelous opportunity. You could communicate with Miss Digby and establish what truly occurred. For you, my dear Eleanor, anything. Plus, you're putting me up in your flat. You sorry, I even have a copy of my article with me. Nice. So we're going to show this article to Miss Digby, and then the emotional outburst will help. Might this article focus Miss Digby's mind and allow her to remember the circumstances of her death? They called you genius for a reason? But even a genius phantom cannot carry a physical object for long. The police might also have an update. I'm persona non grata at the station thanks to my last expose on police brutality, so they will give me nothing. Here, let me mark the station on maps. Perhaps you can ferret out a clue. We need to go to another police station. Merci, Helena. I will endeavor to decipher your enigma. Miss Digby was taken from a little girl, Jenny. The child deserves answers from when she's older. I tend to give them to her. Enough chit-chat. Salut. Alright, let's go to the police station. Bow Street Police Station. Ooh, a police woman in these times. Don't tell the Phil nothing. We were in the boozer all night together. Get it? Who knew I'd become a connoisseur of police stations? Oh, I think there's some ghosts in here. Detective Dawson, them damn lights are playing up again. Sergeant Clark, do you mistake me for an electrician? But sir, you know the trick of it. Otherwise it'll be flickering until I can get a hold of Billy Hall, and he's always flat out. Let's see if I can nudge it into corporations. Sure, sir. Oh, interesting. I can talk to the concierge. Excuse me, dear Detective Dawson. Yes, I'm sorry. Haven't we been introduced? I doubt that I could forget such a pretty girl. Shut up. My name is Paula Doyle. I work at Liverpool Street Station. I'm at your service, Miss Doyle. If you please, sir, I want to find out what happened to the woman who fell on the tracks recently. I can't get it out of my mind. I haven't been able to work at the station since the accident. My employer said I need to buck up or I'll lose my job. It was a dreadful scene. I'm sure it must have been difficult for those of a sensitive disposition. I read the story in the paper and you were mentioned. Not the piece, but that Hoyden, Helena Hawkins. That's the one. She's a highly unreliable source. Dawson, quit moving over the girl and get back to work. But can't you help me put my mind to rest? I'm sorry, but Dawson, there are too many pressing cases that require attention. Ignore the girl. There's no reason to be rude. I'm sorry, Miss Doyle, but unless you have information that's pertinent in case, I must return to my duties. Fucking police chief over there. If only we could obtain access to the back room. The files we required are stored in there. You're a ghost, Oscar. During your toying and froing, there are occasions when it slips my mind. Amazing. Wonder, can we go to the right or... this is probably the exit, right? Ooh, what about here? Oh, that's just dead end, alright. I wish we could move faster. But the animation's pretty nice, honestly. Whoosh. Perhaps I could just look up the file in the back and reassure the young lady. No, we just received information. The Irish Republican Army is planning an action. Do you have location? One of the train stations. We'll flood each one with officers and flush the ruffians out. Why not send an undercover first? We recovered information at a Fenian murder scene today. We must get lucky and insert a man on the inside. No need, that's under control. Interesting. Interesting. Fuck, we're gonna help the English against the Irish. Oh, that sucks. What luck? I must return to Jennifer. Tell me what it is already. Also, that's like literally the same office as the Parisian ones. I did not uncover information about Ghost Lead, but I have a lead regarding Tipper's contacts. Much of the story was redacted. Poor Dawson must not have high-level clearance. But Tipper was identified as a person of interest in a tip-off about possible action at Liverpool Street Station, organized by the Irish Republican Army. He's part of the Irish Republican Army. The people are the Irish things, and the reason why it was handled is because the police shot him. I'd mentioned the phrase, I marched to the ballad of Brian Bonney. Brian Boru. Honestly, what do they teach you in English schools? An important High King of Ireland. He was killed at the Battle of Clontarf, if I recall. A case of winning the battle but losing the war. I wonder what is Tiva's connection to this group and why would Papa be involved in these schemes? It's very, very clear, my darling. It's very, very clear. St. James Park, Liverpool Street Station. Alright, we talked to the two ruffians at the left. Because they looked very peculiar and then say the phrase right away. They're like, these look Irish? That's a bit racist still. Nice walk, darling. A walk to Brian Boree. Tipper sent you, eh? Why didn't you use the code before? I feared I was being followed, so I took a rambling promenade to throw them off before I returned. By twang, I'm guessing you met Tipper in France. We have a mutual friend. He told me you could translate this letter. Don't get much call for that. Ah, Skellig. It says, weather's good, family are well, and we miss you. Please visit soon, love, Mammy. Short and sweet. You should take your leave, Fräulein. You Edel, that's German. Fine, push off, love. I doubt his facility with languages. He's lying. No Irish mother would write a letter to an absent son without a lashing of guilt. You speak from experience. Speranza was so skilled that she could have conjured with rhyming couplets. I doubt those two will more forthcoming, but perhaps Tipper will enlighten us now. Let us present our case and see if we will divulge more. Ah. Right, map to Whitechapel. Hopefully the police is not on the scene yet. Spooky. No one has disturbed the scene yet. Perhaps in this noisy neighborhood is a fracas is wisest ignored. A fracas. They were all shut down, huh? Are these sketches familiar, Tipper? Do they tether you to answers? Oh, I see. You can do this and put there. Tipper, are you more settled? My memories of Scotland like the Dalian Sea, so ice again. I'm Jean's daughter, Jennifer. Jean France. A small peace during a foul war. You remember of the IRA? From one army to another, from the bloody trenches to whispering secrets in libraries. Concentrate, man. Oscar, you passed away in a bed, not by violent means. Be more patient. Which libraries, Tipper? In between the high stakes of knowledge in the long room, we swept our intelligence. That's at Trinity College. I read classics there. Did I ever tell you about my scholastic achievements? I was an exemplary student. This isn't about you, Oscar. Tipper, who did you meet in the long room? My brothers, my fellow conspirators. Who? It's all past now. All memory anchored to meet. What will happen when it rots? This confusion will pass, and the great understanding will settle. The great understanding? Thankfully, you cannot access. These drawings don't represent the whole story. Doctor? What doctor? What are you doing here? Is Tipper? I think he's dead. You girl, you better talk on quick and explain, or else you'll be singing the heavenly choir too. Roasting in the fires of hell, more like. Had nothing to do with this. Tipper was dead when I arrived. Did you steal that letter from his corpse? No. He left it behind at my father's house in France. You turn up from abroad and next thing, Tipper's dead? She's one of the spy seductress cis employees. Well, I never. Everyone, shut it. Hands where I can see him. We've reported of a struggle. Shots fired. 2 bodies. You lot are coming to the station. Oh, including us? That's sad. Oh, yeah. Paula Doyle, eh? I'm an artist. I have many names and identities. I'm sure that sounds marvelous among the arts at Mademoiselle Chevalier, but it's dash suspicious when you discover the scene of a murder. Call me Jenny, detective. I'll designate you number 1 suspect in these circumstances. The infamy. Perhaps it runs in the family? My mother certainly has a flair for the dramatic. I mean your father. According to my source, he worked for Deuxième Bureau during the war. You must be joking. My father wasn't French intelligence, he was a doctor. Those who operate for such agencies are unlikely to admit to it, correct, Jenny? Did you know of this? I've been deceased for over 20 years. He was Secret Service, huh? If your sources are confident, they should confirm I'm merely a grieving art student seeking instruction. Tread carefully, you could end up in serious trouble. You will be expected to testify at the inquest, of course. Stay out of trouble, Miss Chevalier. This is a dangerous time to be involved with unsavory characters. But if they knock my door, I advise you to turn them away. That isn't hospitable. It's the safe option. How dull. Perhaps you should take my card in case of an unexpected adventure. Merci, detective. My philosophy is that adventure might be unexpected, but it's never unwelcome. I admire your joie de vivre, but please be more prudent. If I had been sensible detective, we'd never have met. You are the most outrageous flirt. From you, that's a tribute. Amazing, you just said that without them hearing the other side of the ghost. Jenny, did the brutes treat you well? They were direct but fair. They only let me in the door as I was here to fetch you. Then let us depart with haste before they change their minds. Imagine being a reporter and just being banned from the police precinct. That's fucking police. Even back then, ACAB, huh? I know you love a good mystery, Jenny, but it's outright war in Ireland right now, and it's spilling over here. You're gaining the attention of ruthless people. Tipper not strike me as a bad man, and now he's dead. A touch more sense and a tad less daring do would be advisable. It's as if we never met. And your father never gave any hint of his work for the Deuxième Bureau. He never spoke of Wilde either. It appears he became an expert at keeping secrets. Poor Jean. I should check in with Tripper. It's as if he had never listened to treason. I do listen. But careful, Jenny. If I wasn't on a deadline, I would accompany you. Don't fret, I haven't a guardian angel. I'm no angel, Jenny. Enough chit-chat. Salut. Alright, let's go to Miss Diggsby deaths real quick, though. Just so we have the deadline finished. Maybe that's like a missable achievement or something. Wee. Bugger off. Wee back. Let's see, can I move? Until 3:40. Well, obviously we need to change the time somehow. Are the two unsavory guys still here? No, interesting. Ghost woman. Does this fit here? No. The war. Papa. Alright, let's go to Whitechapel. Hopefully the scene is clear. Wonder if the ghosts are still there even if they took the corpse. They left the corpses here, what? It remains a grim place to visit. You're a slippery, Jenny. The officer didn't notice you entered. What indignity. How can these bodies remain in such a sorry state? If for such a wretched neighborhood this is strange, something must be up. Be quick. Hopefully Tipo will respond to this new information. Oh, interesting. This is still a police scene. We are just very good at being elusive. Are these sketches familiar? Tipper, do you remember me? Jennifer, I'm still adrift. I need to know, did my father work for French intelligence? He was a charmer, fond of secrets and puzzles. Yes, the authorities sussed his use, especially as he was a doctor. A position of trust, where people opened up to him. The war was a horror and he was determined to help end it. What was your involvement with his death? Nothing, it was a shock, not Jean, my friend. You were in the city the day he died. He was pushed to his death. We were exchanging information about the conflict at home. He was retired but had friendly contacts who could provide intelligence. Jean had enough of war. He hated I was still stuck in it. I think I was pulled to Paris. They got to your dad first. I saw him fall. Who did it? It was my fault. I should have been more careful. Tipper, concentrate. I didn't see his killer's face. I was just about to hail Jean. He was so glad to see me again. It happened so fast, and then Jean was dead. Mon pauvre père. I was stunned to the noise, the cries. I didn't even follow his killer. I was afraid I'd be next. I slipped away. I'm so sorry, Jennifer. I failed him. Please forgive me. It's a relief to know you didn't betray. It feels like I did. You know who knew you were meeting? Only a few comrades in my cell. We're careful. There's always the risk of capture and interrogation. Never imagined there was a filthy turncoat among us. Selling out the people for a few shillings from Sis. The mole is probably the killer. An international conspiracy. This is beyond what I was expecting. Thank you. My burden has been lessened. I'm being pulled away by great force. I can't stop it. Pray for me, Jennifer. What judgment awaits me? The judgment of the self is often the most damning. Go in peace to her. Now we must investigate an ancient provocateur. This case becomes more complicated every step. Uncover the IRA. Oh, what a game. Oh, another ghost. Finally, that loquacious lost soul found the light. Sainte Mère, beware Jennifer, this spectre radiates spite. Desist, Wilde. Your pathetic needs for redemption betray your fixation with human conceits. I will assume control. But dare say you're exaggerating. Surely a fresh spirit is not that capable. For an untrained simpleton, perhaps. But I, Ratliff, am one of the pack to be trained and swore service to an infernal intelligence. Would your spirit be gone, as if you could banish me? Who's your spy among the IRA? Who trained you? Who's your spy among the IRA? I wonder what it's like to inhabit a woman, to walk around in the flesh and bones. Get back! Why should I? You who are so raw and receptive. Overblown sentiments will not stop me. I will not allow it. I will find out. Insulto. What the fuck? What? Where am I? Oscar, help me! I don't know where I am. Yes, I will puppeteer, experience all her flesh can withstand. Then I will sample another host. You have damned yourself. My fate was long sealed before my death, now in your freedom beckons. I will not permit it. As if you could interfere with my will. She's my pet now and I intend to keep her. You're the naive newcomer and I am guided by a higher source. You have damned yourself. Holy shit, what is this game? That's like... You could write some fucking expose on this because that's... Alright, trigger warnings for, like, abuse and everything, I guess. Did you know that Dracula, like the novel by Bram Stoker, is actually also an analogy for rape? Because the innocent woman gets bitten by Dracula, which is basically the equivalent of rape, and is now sullied. She now turns into a vampire herself, and that is the same what people thought would happen if a woman had sex outside of a relationship, like metaphorically. And here we have a nice like reversion of this, where the woman was like free spirit and whatever, and where basically the queer people and stuff are the good guys, and the evil police spy in here, this dude here, is the evil guy, and he's literally just taking possession of a woman and basically made insinuations that he would use her to fuck people and stuff and to find out, and like that's fucking evil, and that's like what right wings hate speeches say the queer people would do, but they do it themselves and stuff. So could be a really interesting topic to analyze fully. Power tricks, you have no power except hollow words. Forgive me, Jennifer, this is critical. You just shocked her. Ah, the pain! Jenny, we must leave immediately. I can barely move. What happened? It's hazy. Clever Wilde, you're not the pompous fool you pretend. You were harmed by a despicable evil. Devil. How? Never mind. I'll knock him into the next afterlife. Come close and attempt it, Jenny. Jennifer, you're too weak. You will be spotted soon enough by those who sweep the coal dust into the flames. Hold fast to your old dogma if it gives you solace. Quickly, let us return to Helenus. I will never forget this. Yet I will relish it always. Return any time. You need to go recover. Come away. Yeah, this is just a full-on analogy for rape. Holy shit. That's like extremely... Jesus, you know? Jesus. Alright, that's 5 out of 10 achievements. Gosh, actual possession. It was awful, Helena, like being stuffed into an empty room. Oscar never warned you of the risk. At least he zapped the beast out of me. I was unprepared for such a vile intrusion. He has explained ways to protect myself now. It should not occur again. But what a scoop! The Sis is training operatives in the esoteric arts. I'm so pleased my trauma might lead to an expose. It could explain a lot. There were whispers in my theosophic circles, but I dismissed them as wild conspiracies. Do you know anyone who might know more? Madame Sosostris, the best clairvoyant in London. Not this again, Helena. They're frauds and charlatans, and I appreciate the irony of me saying this. She's an authority among her set and would surely know if there is any merit to the rumors. Helena seems assured of the woman's credentials. Apologies, ma chérie. You know this arena far better than I do. I will accept your guidance gratefully. Now I know you've experienced a terrible shock. I do reserve the right to leave at the first sign of rank foolishness. There's my girl. I shall phone and book a consultation. Here is her address. Merci. Interesting. It's too dangerous to go there without... Oh, interesting. You can't go anywhere with protection from the ghost. Because I did saw some achievement that might mean we need to go back there, and I don't know if there's any optional achievements. Welcome, mademoiselle. How may I help? Thank you for seeing me on such short notice, madame. Call me Jennifer, please. Helena was persuasive. She indicated your case is urgent. Jenny, a force prevents me from approaching too closely. Your spirit friend is also welcome if he respects my boundaries. Unruly intruders attempt mischief on occasion, so I have measures in place. I don't know what you mean. Oh, sister, there is no need to feign. Those with the sight recognize it in each other. Well, I do admire your bohemian ensemble. It's a touch obvious, don't you think? Theatre has its uses. You're also concerned about subterfuge? Yes, Helena might have mentioned it. No, she knows better than to pollute my initial consultation. Let me be direct, then. I've reason to believe the ASIS is training its operative in occult matters. That is correct. What? It is an agency within an agency, directed by someone who exploits those with uncanny talents. To what ends? To interrogate the dead, to puzzle out information used with the great game, for power and gain? By Jove! They call it the Pact. Interesting. This goes deeper than I thought. So you have met one of them? You are lucky to be even alive, or even worse, controlled. I can see off a ruffian of any description. Is that so? Provide me with a demonstration so I may assess your talents. Bring madame. What is required? Botheration. Let me return madame less frazzled. What is required? If you can commune with the deceased, obtain a message from one of them and relay it to me. Can offer a message from the spirit of Oscar Wilde. Who? The impertinence. I did encounter an agitated ghost at Liverpool Street Station. Was it a Miss Digby? How? Oh, Helena is the connection. Did she come to you about the incident? No, I alerted Helena to the sad situation. Did you know the deceased? Perhaps you should ask Miss Digby? They're also gay lovers. Everyone is gay lovers in this game. We need to go to the... I must reserve my energies for paying visitors to Jennifer, but please call again when you can prove your talent. Botheration. Let me return when I'm less frazzled. Right, we're going to Liverpool Street Station. I'm disheartened by the timid fashion of men in century. Where's the panache? Consider the bad tailoring of these suits. Not a cape in sight, not even a fur-trimmed overcoat. And these poorly tried cravats. The ladies have let a charge. However, I can make no progress to the other platform. I shall have to influence the electricity again. Maybe I can replicate the ladies' actions. Oh, how often I pray to hurry time on? Well, can we pass now? Nope, one more. Nice. But it's 3:30. Or is there 2:30? Well, this is 45, but I don't know if that's 3:35. But this is 3:40. What do you mean? Well, what about this then? Well, this goes right way and this goes left way, huh? A ghost obsessing with timekeeping. The afterlife has a sense of humor. You may proceed. Wait, okay, wait. We can only enter if it's at 340 and not 345, and it was a puzzle about going left and right. Oh god. What? My watch must be broken. I'll signal a train to depart. You just fucked up some train schedulings. It's off. Hurry on through, miss. Pardon me, Miss Digby. I thought you'd like to know that your death remains a mystery. We're stuck in a loop until we give this a thing. Well, blow me down. But every day you see your death in black and white. Don't know if I want you stirring my memory. It's all tatters and scraps. Shouldn't I dwell instead on what time on the beach with Sarah when she cooed and waved at everybody? My special bame. Your daughter? I always got her way. Couldn't say no to her. And won't you want to know what happened eventually? Would it help? Questions just bring you questions. You're finding that out? The dead don't have special wisdom. I wish I knew that when I was breathing. A senseless death will always bother our loved ones. And where is this for, you darling? All right. I was coming to meet a client here to say I'd had enough and I overheard him plotting to kiss someone with another man. But that didn't sit well with me at all. Who was that person? I didn't see him. I was so shocked. I stumbled and he spotted me. It was a man with hard hands. Then I was falling into pain and darkness. Happy now? I'm so sorry. Go away. You ain't a help. This information may convince Madame Sosostris of your abilities. Oh, you're speaking to Delilah? She's a shite medium, but terrific at her. She loves the puzzles and codes, that one. You may have brought the fool with you, High Priestess, but have you met the devil yet? Thank you, Miss Dixby. That's very deep, actually. Alright, let's go back to Madame Sosostris. I spoke with Miss Digby. I wish I could, like, put the, you brought the blah 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 with you, but, like, the blah blah blah, you know? So, was she always so pugnacious? She would have described it as a matter of fact. She remembers a man with hard hands before she died, and she referred to you as Delilah. She claimed you were a good terror, but an awful medium. That's the harpy I remember. She mentioned she was meeting someone at night, but no one else knew that. Only Mabel called me Delilah, from back when we started out together at Borough Market. She was the clairvoyant, and I was the card reader. Why didn't you inform the police about her rendezvous? They never interviewed me. I don't like to draw attention for many reasons, and I simply don't trust them. Plus, Mabel also told me the law stopped her and interrogated her for some spurious reason that day. Interesting. So it's probably the police, right? That planned the murder. That's a strange coincidence. I'm messing up my accent after an hour. That's a strange coincidence. Could ask Dawson if this is noted on a file. You can't bring me into it. I'll be discreet. I know someone. I've proved myself. Please provide me with the protection you promised. Just one last test. Difficult woman to please. Humor since this is my specialty. I will cast my cards and you must select the correct combination which is fixed within my mind. As long as you don't spring a tea leaf reading on me after this. Oh! Oh, what the hell? What is this? The cards are a mirror. The path is yours. The cards provide both questions and answers. Use intuition to lay out the cards in one of the spreads below and gain insight into your inner wisdom power. 1 card. Trust your instincts for focused guidance on a single question. 3 cards. A classic and adaptive spread that communicate understanding of situations, obstacles, and advice. 5 cards. Past, present, future, reason, and potential can offer you comprehension of your situation and look at what may be to come. An incorrect try. Drag cards to add a card. Discard. Past. Huh? I'm gonna use my mouse for this because I think that's easier. Well, trust your instincts for focused guidance on a single question. We'll adjust this. Huh? Use your intuition. Past, present, future, reason, potential. I feel like the past is Emperor. Wait, past, present, future, reason, potential. I have no idea what to do here. Huh. Let me look into the. Let me look at the solution. Because I don't know what's going on there. The Fool and the High Priestess. Well, they said something about you brought the Fool, but the Devil... Wait, what about this? Situation opposite, and then... The High Priestess comes in here, and then we add the card on the third here. No. Wait, I think this is actually not, like, we don't know how to do that. Okay, apparently, like, here. We need to still go with the bowstring. I guess we need to go here. We don't have actually all the information. That's interesting. It could provide you with ample cover to sneak in the room without being noticed. We make an excellent team, Oscar. You again. May I speak to Detective Dawson? He's run back. Bonjour, Detective. It's a pleasure to meet again, Miss Chevalier, but I hope this is a social call. I'm free for supper. Helena has been doing au revoir. What do you know of CIS? Officially, CIS doesn't exist, therefore I know nothing of them. Helena's been doing a little digging. Then why isn't she sitting before me? Oh, she had this thing called ethics. And you don't, miss. Call me Jenny, all my friends do. Jenny, why are you interested in this case? I believe it's not as straightforward as it appears. She was meeting a man the night she died. I suspect the events are connected. I understand you grieving, Jenny, but you shouldn't imagine problems where there are none. At least check if there is a note in her file about this. And what about the policeman who accosted her that same day? Shouldn't it be on record? If it will satisfy you, I will check. In classic, we can sneak them down. The file is currently in use by a colleague, I'm afraid, so I will check it later. He's disassembling. The file is high security clearance, so now he can read it. That's strange for a straightforward accidental death. It's a busy station, Jenny, and speaking of which, I must attend to my work, and the offer of supper still stands. If I'm feeling peckish later, I'll call upon you. Please do. At least check if there is a note in the file about this. Au revoir. I guess we need to steal it. Guess we're doing some ghosts in time. Ghost tricks. I need to see what's in that folder. Well, we're gonna poof. Poof. Ah, I can affect the lighting. Why are they so dependent on these foul modern contraptions? Don't they own candles or gas lamps anymore? Oh, this is a trip. Like one of these, I see. Haha! It's dark. I never wished to dim a spotlight before, but the darkness has its utility. Damn it all to hell, everyone stay put. Detective Dawson! Clark, get Billy all down here right now. I've sent a boy round to his shop, but we can't work without the red lights. Pass this nonsense, let me see what I can do. Cheers, sir. We're gonna sneak past you. Fuck you. You know, we maybe should have sent the ghost there. But I guess it's like in a cabinet or something, so. Dawson is such a conscientious chap. I'd have looked at the file. He may yet be tempted. The entire file is redacted. This is not a simple accident. The devil, was this card round with Mrs. Bixby? What's this? A bloody card was discovered near poor Mabel's body. The devil. You don't suppose Madame Sosostris was involved? We'll have to investigate further. I'm not hanging about here. That'll fix him. Miss Chevalier. Oops, I must have turned around in the dark. You're the most vexing woman. I'm told it's part of my shop. We have prison cells reserved for women, you know. And I'm sure you'd never condemn a lady for night blindness. It's a terrible affliction. Leave, Jenny. My patience is severely tested. You should indulge in a splendid supper this evening as compensation. My appetite has been spoiled. Perhaps if I leave quickly, it might improve. On your way, Jenny. Amazing. Alright, now we're going back to Madame Sosostris. So indeed it was the thing about the fool and the high priestess and the devil that she went on about. That's why we do the card. Nice. You are so industrious, Jennifer. I love an unsolved mystery, and what do you make of the devil card beside poor Miss Dixby's corpse? One of her sailors must have dropped it, perhaps a fellow cardcaster. But it was a warning. Perhaps the devil denotes dangerous primal forces that can disrupt our lives. I would not wish to engage with that adversarial spirit. I have proved myself. Can you give me a protection against possession? Ah, as agreed. Auric shield. Oh my, that is spectacular. Positively glow, Jenny. I don't see any difference. Malign spirits will no longer slip through your defenses. Another piece of advice: you should seek training. Perhaps later. Right now I have school to settle. But I'm thinking of, let's see the brute try to take me over again. Amazing. Jennifer, you go ahead of me. I have a reason to be suspicious. Interesting. Oh. Oh! That's the police dude. I'm surprised you didn't inform me earlier about Miss Chevalier. I was testing her. Well, bother you if she was just another fraud. Don't forget who keeps your secret out of the gutter press, my dear. I'm always aware of your leash, Willis. What's your verdict? She's the best natural medium I've seen since Mabel. Perfect, and this one will be so easy to snare. I'll procure an arrest warrant for Jennifer Chevalier on suspicion of murder and treason. The evidence has submerged. I'm having a follow-up so I can confirm her location. It'll be an SIS case soon. Murder and treason, that's harsh even for you. Soon she'll be another agent, ferreting out the secrets of the whole polo and service to the crown. She may surprise you, Villiers. This one has allies. When playing Mr. Games with Delia, she'll fall in line just like you did. Oh shit, the medium's actually in cahoots with this SIS. That's fucking a lot. Jenny, this is reckless, even by your standards. I will not allow the temporary memory of our last encounter to erode my confidence. I will face it. Bonjour, Jenny. I will clothe myself in your flesh again. Ratleaf, you pathetic phantom, tried. What? How did you learn that spell? You're not the only one with allies. Now you will answer questions. As if I would reveal anything to consequence to your amateurs. Why were you here? Why did you kill Tipper? You don't get to demand anything of me. We can compel you. Hardly. Enjoy haunting this unsightly hovel. When you eventually pass into the seventh circle of hell, the avenging Minotaur will gnaw your soul for eternity. What an infantile threat. I'm no credulous novice. I can't believe I'm listening to an uppity French stumpet with a degenerate playmate. I had power and influence. This was not supposed to be my destiny. You have ended precisely where you deserve. Woman, you're all weak-brained and meddlers. If that grifter hadn't upset my meeting with the inside man, we'd all still be breathing. But a quick shove at the right moment, you're not so chatty. You're a cur. I will get my revenge on you. I know the hidden paths of Cyrus. I will find you. Let us leave this wretch to rave at the furniture. Adieu. Understand how it all fits. We must return to Miss Digby immediately. Interesting. Or the lover of a dad knew the. Oh god, that's so complicated. Saw the mole and him, and oh goodness. I wonder we didn't give our friend the scoop on the murder though. Back again, girlie. Are you such a Billy no mates? You hate hang around with haunts? I believe I've discovered the cause of your misfortune. Go on then, impress me. Miss Digby overheard Ratliff plotting a murder with the IRA mole. You were approached to join the pact and spy out secrets using your abilities. You sussed it right? How did they persuade you? Oh, told me it was to protect Blighty, service to the crown and all that. Made me feel rather important, but I was just pestering souls who were passing over. Didn't feel right. I was coming to meet my contact here to say I'd had enough and I overheard him plotting with an informant to kill someone, a French man. La vache, that was my father. I'm sorry to hear that, my dear, but that didn't set well with me at all. The French were our allies in the Great War. Who was the person? I didn't see him. But prior to this, Ratliff was head up about intelligence that gleaned on 3 IRA men from dying spy. Sean, Frenny, and Dan. It was that experience that decided me to call it quits. If it eases your mind, Ratliff is dead. Good riddance. Will you be able to move on? Perhaps I'll hop on a train to the seaside. It was lovely meeting you. Get a better hobby, girl. Nattering to the dead isn't healthy. Take it from me. Safe journey, Miss Digby. Farewell. Hope you enjoy the seaside. Is this Ratliff chap? Is anything to go by? This pact group must be very dangerous. He killed poor Miss Digby without a second thought. At least he's dead and he's protected from his spirit. Is if he pledged himself to an infernal power, it will demand payment. What is your plan now? I need to discover who was responsible for my father's death. By this stage, Cis must know you're poking about in this affair. I'm reporting my family have some influence. Cis would be cautious interfering with me, but you're a private citizen. I'm worried about your safety. And there is the matter of the arrest warrant issued against you, Jenny. What? Didn't I say? You certainly did not. I overheard it as you were leaving the fortune-teller's den. You were being implicated for treason. What is going on, Jenny? I'm a wanted woman, and not by ardent admirers. I'm staying put in London. Nothing will persuade me to leave until I solve this mystery. Oh, fuck. Frenchie, you're coming with us. I beg your pardon, and who on earth are you? We were arrested together. There's a warrant out for you, murder and treason. Fear not, Jenny, you know the best solicitor in the city. Waste of time, news girl. Sis ordered the warrant. They'll find this evidence and she disappear. Not even your snooty friends will find her. We can get you safely away right now, but we have a job for you first. At least introduce yourself first. A lady doesn't abscond with nameless men. I'm Frenny. This is Dan. Just call us your best hope. Jenny, you have the most remarkable talent to attract trouble. And where do you intend to take me? Island. Island? Huh. Oh, how nice. Hold on. That's nice. Alright, I can continue. Island. You can't seriously agree to this. Darling Helena, while I'm away, I trust you to put your sleuth head on. Figure out who's behind all this. You can't believe these men? I don't, but insist there's an even less attractive prospect. Be careful, Jenny. One of these two may be your father's killer. It seems that all roads lead to Ireland. Huh. Get it? Because all roads usually lead to Rome. Trinity College, Dublin. Mes chevaliers, bonne nuit. A pleasure to meet you, I'm Sean. This was not how I imagined my first visit to Dublin. My men acted on impulse, not a habit I encouraged in Egypt. Hey, the pressure of war can make men forget the manners. My father was a soldier, yet he was always a gentleman. I guess you never saw him in action. Can you explain your plans for me? I'm awfully late for class. You're direct, good. I'm told by these two that you can see ghosts. It's been known to happen. How's Oscar Wilde? How nice of him to ask. Dead. I say, that's rather curt, my dear. Informants are the worst part of a business. They undermine your faith in your comrades at a time when trust is crucial. I know nothing of Spain, but being able to speak to the dead, that's valuable. Men die with secrets. If you help us suss out a rat, we'll make your problems in London go away. How can I trust you do that? Never fear, we always maintain good relations with the French. Let our entente cordiale commence. Speaking of trust, I require demonstration. The porters here in Trinity are all our men. They've been whispering of a strange disturbance in the long room. You're in it for a treat? The library in Trinity College is spectacular. Figure out what's happening and report back to me. When I attended Trinity, there were rumors of haunts, but observed none. Let us hope we can solve this puzzle. I believe more hangs on this than just my reputation. I must slip away at the earliest opportunity. But one of these men is responsible for Papa's murder. We must force his hand. Jenny, these are dangerous men. They underestimate my words. Leon Otaf. Clever. Have a gander at what is inside. Door on the left. Then and Franny will accompany you. Come back and your art can tell it. Come back if your art can tell you so much. I see. Man, the Irish speak weirdly. Interesting. We can see the electronics here. You can hang out up all night, and without answers, I don't know where our next destination is going to be. Where were you on the night of these disturbances? You're the expert. You tell me. Spirits guided me to draw this chain of events. Quite. I'll try again. And what am I investigating? Get inside and find out, and come back without answers. Ras le bois. Fine, I'll go. Can I? Okay, no, I have to actually go there. You can turn around. The library's behind you. And who's this frightful fellow? Good Lord, I believe that's George Solomon. Did that old blowhard die? Not a favorite mentor then? He was professor of divinity, chess fanatic, and a dreadful boor, and adamantly opposed to the admission of women as students. Now condemned to watch study as we like. A fitting sentence. Huh. What memories this brings back? Do you know I won the Berkeley Gold Medal in Greek in my final year? One of many honors, I'm sure. You're correct, I was an outstanding student, and the humble one I see. I learned humility later. It was a terrible discovery. That's an amazing sentence. Welcome to the Long Room, part of the old library and home to well over 100,000 books. A la vache! It is the only copyright library in the country. A copy of every book published in the United Kingdom or Great Britain and Ireland is sent here. Even before I was a student, they had to raise the roof to accommodate more volumes. The marble busts are beautiful. As a student, I fantasized that one day they would commission a bust for me to sit among these greats. Swift, Socrates, Shakespeare, and Wilde. One day you will have your tribute, Oscar. Perhaps my infamy may soften as the world changes. It's 1922, Oscar. We have moving pictures, Wilde's radio, and women can vote now. It's a whole new world. It moves me to remember that my books reside here in the company of other daring texts and many more inferior ones. I'm sure the mediocre books raise their lids at the sight of yours. Other treasures are housed here too, such as Brian Bonney's harp. Fuck me, that's a lot of things. Quit darling, we don't have all night. They kind of remind me of the dude from Kevin Home Alone. This is where our society used to meet, that is until a few nights ago. Well, Contactors insisted he could hear harp music and voices. He made a scene and we had to scatter. The boss wants to know what happened, but I think he was due to the gills. Oscar, did you hear of anything like this when you studied here? Intoxication among the night staff is not uncommon, and among the students professors no doubt. You should imagine the harp first. Oscar, there is a ghostly presence attached to this instrument. Yes, I can sense it now. It's old and powerful. I believe its voice had been stolen. I'll need to get close to it. The harp story part of the page is missing. Oh, but we don't have it. A section of this display is missing. Whilst the librarian up there, he's the fellow who had the funny turn that night. He's been hiding ever since, probably embarrassed by the show he made of himself. You must know something. I appreciate how nerving it is to hear unearthly voices. Do, 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 do. And this clandestine meeting, there is more to this. When was this gathering? 4 nights ago. That's when my father was murdered. We need to find out who attended the meeting that night so we can eliminate them from our suspects. Don't say anything yet to Franny. You need to proceed cautiously. Let's give this hobbit's voice back. I have a suspicion it clinked in some fashion. Very interesting. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, let's go to the librarian upstairs. Drat, he's locked the stairwell. Oh, interesting. So the librarian up there. Interesting. He's locked the stairwell and we can't get to him. Long room, and here you are. Why are you looking amongst the stacks, then? I'm browsing. Franny is not a reader, so this place is wasted on him. Were you here the night Patsy went crazy? I had just arrived and was waiting for Sean, but then I spotted the signal and sidled off fast. What signal? A flashlight blinking on and off in the window. Did you hear the harp's voice? It's fantasies. Harps don't play themselves and definitely don't speak. You'd have to be crazy to hear that, and I'm normal. And did you see Sean? No, I didn't hang about. Quit questioning me. Get on with whatever foolishness you're supposed to be doing. Perhaps Sean is the man we're seeking. Alright, that's all they can offer me here. I reckon we can't go any more left there. Nope. So maybe talk with Fran again. Tell me about the librarian. Patsy is huddled with the bats in his belfry. That one's never went right. He and Dan were always coming up with codes and puzzles. Where's Dan? I mean, we met them. Probably has a head buried in a book somewhere about. And was Dan at the meeting? I'm supposed to help you with this harp business, not spill about our work. I could return to Sean and tell him you're being uncooperative. Fine, I arrived late. Place was deserted and hung about for ages on my own. I found out about the brouhaha afterwards. Did you hear this music or voices? That's nonsense. That nonsense. I don't believe a word of it. It was quiet as the grave when I got here. Tell me about the librarian. Sava, I will investigate elsewhere. Try talking to that mad eel. What's even that word? Egypt upstairs. I mean, I'm gonna try to talk, but like, can you travel through the thing, the gate? That'd be lovely. There was woman's when being a corporal has its advantages. Indeed. What is this? My goodness, it's the first edition of Dracula by Bram Stoker. To think that my first love, Florence, chose that red-headed giant over me. At least I was successful long before him. That upon a light flickering but not correctly. Do we need to do Morse code? That voice thrumming the mic and hear echoes of it still. Below it lured and mesmerized him. I have silenced its siren call. Bravo, Stoker, God well lucky. We will keep all others safe from its grasp. But a strange dude to congratulate. When will I get all clear? I do not like the wait up high near the stars. The agony of this poor idle wretch. What signal does he wait upon? Jennifer might be able to act upon this information. Oh yeah, the short, long thing? Like you get the thing from the I think it was like no. Alright, we need to find out the flashing combination again. There's a sign. So he's lingering, desperate for some sign to return. You know, the men he mumbled about. I was acquainted with Stoker and his wife, and I spotted his lurid book upstairs. I could not pick it up, even if I wished to. Now I gotta bring up my own Dracula book. Lecky was a mousy historian, if memory serves, and didn't we pass a statue in the courtyard? Dublin circles must have been so small for you to know everyone. Indeed, it was a relief to move to Oxford and London. Yet I quickly became a notable person. Poet, editor, playwright, a pioneer in cultural discourse and fashion, and a model husband. Touché, Jenny. Forgive me, Oscar, but we are short on time. I think we can place together a little of what happened last night. He arrived extremely late. Move these around. Yes. That looks about right. Just after I arrived, a telegram was delivered by an associate with the code word, Breakspear. I knew we were done. I used my flashlight to sign the Morse code through the window to anyone already inside. My father taught me Morse code when I was a child. We used to tap messages at each other at dinner time. Mama banned it eventually. I haven't been able to coax the librarian down. Can you tell me his safe codes? Dan and Patsy had their own system. I don't know if it's safer that way. He's being obstinate. A test isn't a test if it's easy. Perhaps he keeps a log of some sort. Stand around, the library is behind you. So we need to talk to Dan, right? I think we have a basic idea of what happened. Yeah, I literally already did that, dude. Why did it all, like, uncuddle? Heck. You're Dan, right? Sean told me to pass along a message. Breakspear. We're compromised again? Is this your fault? You said you'd follow protocol. Damn it, I have to create a new batch of codes. What are you looking at? I told you before, this isn't your business. Back off, miss. But I can look at it. What exquisite penmanship, then? I am surprised. 73. Let me screenshot that real quick. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, my controller is messing with me. Oh goodness gracious. Alright, I'll just take a screenshot like this then. And then... I'm afraid of no ghosts. Alright, I got it down here. 73. Ah, the light dawns. I surmise the pattern. I wonder if that's the new code, and then we need to do like the old code, so like one shifted to left. Alright, but I think 73. So long, long, short, 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 and short, 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 long, long. Oh, it actually shows in the bottom. I'm scared to descend. Nice. My head spins now. I'm on terra firma again in the draft up there. I thought I was flying. Who was lured to the harp? It was a blurred shape to my weak eyes, but the sound in my head. I couldn't concentrate until I ripped out the strings and part of the page. Once I gave the pieces into safekeeping, I returned to the gallery and locked myself in. I waited and waited for the signal. This man is far too nervous for such espionage. Did you see anyone else that evening? Before the harp sang, I got delivery of a telegram long distance. I delivered it to Sean when he arrived. The sequence of events is becoming clear now. I want to hear this harp sing. I believe it will reveal something important. I'm going home to bed and grateful rest, far away from this haunted hall. Sean promised to wait for me in the car. If you were wise, you would leave this place now. And me listening to Ghost Harp? Not likely. We'll keep the engine running. We're gonna play on the harp. Where is the harp? Oh wait, is it in Dracula's thing? I need to go above, right? Also, let me just get a new glass of water. My mouth's dry. It's pounding. Oh, that was the wrong button. Dracula was a financial failure. Poor Stoker to keep ironing Henry Irving's shirts. Oscar, your class is showing. Let us hope that this book contains a missing paper. Et voila. Nice. But there's also strings, right? I think that is enough, though. The ghost tail. The page is complete, but there's missing a part. There's strings, but where are the strings? That's the question. Oh, probably the statue here. We didn't investigate proper. Rollebois? Fine, I'll go. Provost. But that's Lecky. Oh, I see. We can move with the ghost past Lecky. Joyride achievement got. Jesus, Marie and Joseph, now the car's hunted too. Now Wilson's distracted. I love that, he's in the car like the librarian, right? Lecky. Pardon monsieur about Lecky, but I need this part. This is undoubtedly the most excitement the old boy's seen in decades. New clue, is that the strings? Yep, it is the strings. Oh yeah. Alright. Hold on, chat. Some weird static my microphone is picking up. So let me. Nice. The harp is strung. So can we play it now? There's a ghost. Oh, hello there. C'est merveilleux. I am unbounded inspiration, the instrument of liberation. My strings sings of sorrow, gone and future's freedom's dawn. A sweet sentiment, if somewhat obvious. Jennifer, my thanks for restoring my voice. Could you answer a question? 4 nights ago you escaped. To whom were you speaking? You can hear me, but those of the O'Neill line are just sensitive to my presence and can awaken me from my slumber. He's tall and unarmored of words and ciphers. In his soul he's a bard, but in his bloody era he fights for his land. I must rest again. Fait de beaux rêves. So it was Dan. It's Dan who roused the heart. He must be descended from the original owner. I think I know enough to confront Papa's killer. So was it Dan? Oh, there is someone in the shadows. Everyone's vanished. Did the harp cast some spell? Quickly, let us depart. Name a nearby hostel. The posher the better. They look their least. The Shelbourne. I once delivered a lecture there to a rapturous audience. I proposed to my darling Constance several days later. She accepted. I'd call that a rave review. We were happy for a time. My boys Cyril and Vivian were my joy. Did Constance know what you're feeling for men? For too late I realized to speak the truth is a painful thing. To be forced to tell lies is much worse. Have you seen any of your family since you passed? There are aspects of my condition I cannot divulge, but I've been reunited with some of my family. Let us escape over again. Oh, but we cannot. You're coming with me. No, I'm not. I'm sick of being ordered about. You have to do what I say. I know who you are. How? I mean, it can only be you, right? Sean annotated whether when he arrived and flashed up warning to anyone inside. Well, this is Dan, right? Yeah. The hub entrance Dan with an ancestral song. So one after another. The hub entrance, Falcon returned of the meeting late. It was gone. Falcon was about when he saw the cold flash, he turned to leave. Sean was handed a telegram at 11 when he arrived and flashed up warning to anyone inside. This is a lie, then. I said within range to Trinity Hall. These two around, maybe? No, these two around? Question is, has... Okay, there it is. Accident. It was you! It's simple, Frenny. Everyone else was here at one point during the night, but you. Your alibi is you turned up late? Even Patsy with all these metal thoughts didn't see you. And I've been in your company for days. I'll recognize your ill-fitting coat and sad head from 100 yards. You're the informant. You killed my father and your brother died because of you. He died because of your damned father and his bureau connection. Tipper was making formal contact with the French government in case Alan needed assistance during its bid for independence. Your father spotted me following him and recognized me from a photo Tipper showed him one time. He would have told Tipper, and I couldn't have that. I got rid of the problem. One push. You're a monster. You're set cis on your own brother. He wasn't supposed to be back that morning. Sis arrived looking for me, and of course Tipper had to be the hero. Your family's perverted and cursed. I'm doing the world a favor. Oh, fuck me. Did we actually die? Jenny, no, I can't let this happen. Are we possessing Jenny now? Oscar, mon ami, where are you? Where am I? Is this the father? Hello? Papa, is that you? I'm sorry, we quarreled, Papa. He was so stupid and it didn't matter. I found Tipper and I helped him pass on. I hope you're together. I know about your work with the Bureau and your passion of arts. I understand what a difficult burden you carried, and I only wish we could have been honest with each other. I don't care about anything except that you know that I love you and I always will. You don't have to pretend anymore. I accept you completely. Oscar told me the aim of love is to love, no more and no less. I love you. That's all I carry in my heart for you. Love. My dearest Jenny, I've come to take you back. I thought your papa. Such a speech is never wasted. Now you must return. You have a villain to thwart. Bien sûr. Let's go. Ah, the dad was there. Merci de tout cœur et au revoir, chérie. Thank you for your heart and goodbye, my love, I think. You're positive you can move. My locket saved me from the worst. It hurt like hell, but I survived. I just wish I could have seen Papa, so I could have told him. One day, Jenny, but not today. Look, it's Rennie. Not today, Jennifer. You know me, Oscar. Yes, impulsive and impetuous, but this time let me act. But learn to accept help, Jenny. Flash forth lightning and strike him. Did he kill all his, IRA brothers there? The gun! You saw it. Can I pick up the gun, please? Yes, thanks. Oh, will we kill him, though? That's the question. You killed my father. He was a soldier in a dirty game. You all pay a price. I will shoot you if you move. Go ahead, I'm as good as dead now. We'll handle the shooting. Give me the gun. No. I'm leaving with the gun. Good. You attract trouble, Miss Chevalier, and we have enough of that at the moment. You didn't honestly think I wanted you to talk to ghosts. I played along with the hogwash to flush out the informer. I was bait. It's the 20th century. These gullible Egypts might believe that nonsense, but I'm a rational man. I suspected Dan. I'm right here, boss. Sorry, Tipper was one of the best and believed his brother was made from the same quality. What did you do it for, Franny? Soon we'll be a free country. Your Ramadans will kick off one cage while we build another. There are so many forces at work, and they'll never let us go. Free, don't make me laugh. I'm the only rational one here, each man for himself, and side with our stronger power. You'll be meeting higher power soon enough. And her, that witch, kill her while you have the chance. Take him and met out your justice. You'll be dealt faster than our comrades who were betrayed. With advice, learn how to shoot, and stay out of Ireland. Make your peace, Franny. I'll be quick, and it's more than you deserve. We hear the gunshot? Nope. You could have handled him over the police. I suspect he'd have an accident in custody. I doubt his masters like loose ends. All trials are trials of one's life, just as all sentences are sentences for death. I can always tell when you quote yourself. It's important to be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Really? I can resist everything. Except temptation. Even I know that one. As for Frenny, whatever happens, he'll have to answer for his crimes eventually. I can't be sure what will happen to Frenny, but he'll answer for his crimes. Our intelligence indicates that Frenny was scooped up by the IRA. He's vanished. Is that so? If we find him again, it will be in a shallow grave. You've had quite an adventure, Paula, or is it Jennifer? I'm rather fond of Paula Doyle. I may retain her as a nom de guerre. Now your name has been cleared, you should have less use for it. Any plans? At the moment, they primarily involve a long bath, a good meal, and a bottle of wine with Helena, and hope to paint some pictures soon. So no sleuthing or jumping knee-deep into adventure? I'm a reformed girl. You lie beautifully. Oh, hush. When will we return to France? It depends on the circumstances. I suggest you avoid any trouble for the rest of your stay. There will be no leeway for any further bad choices. I am forewarned, Mr. Dawson. However, London is a diverting city. Practice restraint. It's good for you. That's a recipe for a dull life. I'm not terribly disciplined, I'm afraid, Mr. Dawson. If adventure beckons, I will greet it gladly. You're incorrigible. Good day. I expect it will be. Au revoir. My article is a sensation, an IRA shootout with an SIS engine plus a French angle. My editors finally take me seriously. There have been questions of Parliament. Helena, she is such a dear. Bless you for all your help. Salut, chérie. I mean, are they even credible? Like, is anybody taking her seriously if she doesn't have any, sources? You know? Hmm. The grave again. It's so clear. You must cherish every moment with your loved ones. Their absence is so cruel. All my life's buried here, heap earth upon it. It's the end of the poem I wrote about my sister's death. She was only 9. My parents never truly recovered from it, and neither did I. Can you relay a message to my father? I cannot allow that silly thief to be our last moment together. I need him to know how much I valued and cared for him. Your loving thoughts transcend all barriers of mortality. Trust me, they are a shining beacon of comfort for your father. How long will you wait with me, Oscar? For as long as it takes. Before, you suppressed your talent in order to cope. Now you've learned you can control it. Your choice is simple. Shutter the channels or leave them open and listen. I remain open to the siren call of adventure. No more ghost time for painting and wine. Is there an achievement either or choice? Oh, we already got our achievement. I think we wanna be open. I remain open to the siren call of adventure, and I will accompany you. Common sense can wait on the wings. Not yet. Boredom. Life beckons. Ba 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 da 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 ba da 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 ba da. Jennifer Wilde, unlikely revolutionaries. John McFarlane? Wait, isn't that? No, I'm thinking of another. I'm thinking of Seth MacFarlane. Okay, I was over here like, oh, that was like, the dude from the over. So yeah, this was a very nice, short detective game. A little bit too linear for my taste, but it has very nice themes. It's interesting that they conjured beings such as Wilde, Bram Stoker, and such on, and then itself actually have this deeper, this deeper thing with the rape analogies, queer coding, pipapo. Very interesting. Definitely could be a very good analysis you could run with this. Northern Ireland. Oh, this game was actually made in Northern Ireland. That's cool, then. Comic Diner. I really also like the atmosphere and the music of this. Bam, 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 bam. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. What a fucking barbarous soundtrack, though. Holy shit. But yeah, that's 100%. We got all the achievements. Thank you so much for being with me here today, Chad. We'll be live again soon. And, let's see. We're gonna write Pangy. Real Pangy. Who I think is starting Red Tape right now, which we actually also have on our agenda, if I remember correctly. But yeah, thank you so much for being here today. Again, if you want to check out Jennifer Wilde, Unlikely Revolutionaries, check this out. Wishlisting the game, even if you don't intend to buy it or play it, since you've seen it here, already helps developers out a lot. So if you want to do that, just wishlist the game. And yeah, see you soon again for